Hey, everyone. Welcome to Unique Ways with Thomas Gerard, an audio podcast. We have a really great guest on today. She's a freelance illustrator and art facilitator, working with art directors in editorial, publishing, brands, and charities, influenced by our connection to nature, adventure, well-being, and heritage. Please join me in welcoming Naomi Clarke. Welcome.
Hello.
Are you ready for 20 questions?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Question one, tell me a little bit more about yourself. What do you do?
So you kind of introduced me with what kind of work I do. I'm an illustrator. I also run workshops and I create murals. It's all inspired about being out in nature and my connection to adventure and food and well-being. And I've worked with different clients, including charities and the National Trust and Wall Street Journal. Um, and I guess being what I love to do in everyday life, I love hiking and being outside. And so I think that's why I create work that revolves around the natural world.
Question two, what's a key piece of knowledge that makes you different?
I think I'm always learning something new every day, whether that's about myself or my work or hobbies that I like to do. And you can always make mistakes and learn from them.
Great. And if you guys are interested in other big 2025 episodes, please check out our episode with Kareem Rashid. Question three, why this of all things? Why do you do what you do?
I couldn't imagine not doing some form of art in my everyday, whether it be as a hobby or as um, a job. So I think, and I quite like to make work that makes people happy as well and I enjoy seeing my work bring joy to other people. And yeah, I think I like, as I like doing art and I can express myself through that. And I think that's a good medium to bring joy to other people. So yeah, I think that's why I would choose it.
Great. So some people struggle with number four, and the question is, what does your future look like?
I think my future looks exciting. I think um, hopefully more adventures. I'd like to do more hiking adventures and being more confident in myself and my work to align myself with the types of work I want to do. So I would like to work more in publishing and packaging. And yeah, I see it being fun and yeah, adventurous.
Great. So five we say is unique to this show. The question is, let's talk about location. How does the notion of place play into what you do?
So I grew up in the countryside, so I think that plays a big part into the work I like to create and being how I like to be outside and get a lot from being in the countryside. Um, and I think that inspires a lot of my work. And I always notice the small things when I'm out and about, like the animals or the birds that I see. So I think I notice them a lot more because I've been grown up in that environment.
Great. And six, you're starting from the beginning. What advice do you give your former younger self?
I would say don't overthink, just do it, which I still find difficult to do myself. Yeah, try to just not overthink all the time.
Great. And what's a day in your life like?
I like to start by getting outside and doing some exercise, um, and then making some. All my meals that I make, I like because I love cooking, so I like to spend a bit of time making my breakfast, my lunch, and my tea, and then I'm working in the day. I work from home, so I don't commute anywhere, and I have different hobbies in the evenings, like sewing and knitting. So yeah, working and exercise. That's kind of broad, but yeah, around. It's quite. I try to make my day quite flexible, but I always try to get in some movement and eat some nice food as well as working.
Great. So eight is around lifelong learning. It's a popular topic. How do you stay up to date?
Always know that you can learn and improve more, and then I think traveling ex makes you have different experiences, learning other cultures, and it just widen your mindset and meeting new people in different places, even people in the same place that you've lived, just from doing different hobbies, always brings you different perspectives.
Great. So 9 is about tools. Can you talk about your use of digital and or analog tools?
Yes, so I create my work digitally, but I use textures that I've done through printing and collage. So I use a Wacom tablet and I use Adobe Illustrator and a bit of Adobe Photoshop.
Great. And how about work-life balance, life-work balance? How do you deal with that?
Um, so my partner works a 9 to 5, so I tend to try and not work when he's not working. So that helps with that a little bit. I don't always do it, but I try to balance there when he's not working, so we spend time together. Um, yeah, and then I always try to switch off in the evenings after I had some tea
Great.
and not always work on the weekends.
Nice. And if you weren't doing what you do now, what might you be doing?
Definitely something in like the environment to do with well-being, with charities or yeah, something outdoorsy, I think, something related to that. Maybe as working in a national park or yeah, something like that.
Great. And what would you not like to do with your career?
I wouldn't want to work in something that involved staying in an office all day, and I don't like maths, so something that involves a lot of maths or a lot of boring things, corporate things. Yeah, I wouldn't like to do that.
And 13, do you have a favorite word, quote, or sentence?
Yeah, my quote's from one of my favorite films, which is Finding Nemo, and it's just keep swimming. So it's just to keep on going.
Great. And how about a least favorite word, quote, or sentence?
I don't like the quotes. Well, it's kind of things that some people you can get for your homes. That's just like live, love, laugh. Because I never think it's very authentic. People, yeah, that would be something I don't really like, find it a bit cringy.
Great. And you're choosing one word to describe yourself. What word do you choose?
I think bright. Yeah.
What keeps you up at night?
Probably worrying if I've locked the door or something like that. Worrying about little things.
Great. And final stretch here. What's a dream you're chasing?
And that I want to work in the niche that I would like to work in, which is more into focusing on nature and more publishing. I'd love to get more into children's books and doing more murals and workshops with kids and families. And I'd like to just explore and travel more, not in to big cities, but just doing more countryside hiking. Yeah, that's my dream, I think.
Great. And what inspires you?
I think definitely travel inspires me, exploring different places, being outside in complete um, nature with no one else around, like looking at the stars and learning about history of places, and other illustrators' work um, in children's books and packaging that you can see. I love picture books, so I have quite a few children's books myself, and yeah, they really inspire me.
Great. And number 19, advice. Any advice you'd like to share?
Um, Believe in yourself and your gut, I think.
Great. And finally, number 20, how can our listeners keep tabs on you and what's our call to action?
Yeah, I have an Instagram, which is just Naomi.Ann underscore, and my website, which is Naomi Ann Clarke at .co.uk with it. And then there's mailing lists on there, and I have LinkedIn, which there's all links on my website. So yeah, they're the main ways. And I'm more active on Instagram, or try to be, but yeah, I have Facebook as well and things.
Great. Well, thanks so much for joining today. Real pleasure having this conversation with you.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. Thanks for reaching out to me.